Now, the hospitality sector is missing out on a £2.4 billion sales opportunity, according to a report published today. The Live Music Index, prepared by Nielsen IQ on behalf of the live music marketplace GigPig, suggests that if all venues with the potential to show live music did so, they could generate extra revenues worth an extra £107,000 per venue per year. And it found that if all UK artists were to gig in the so-called seed music sector, it could generate £400 million in extra earnings for them. Well, joining me now to talk about this is the Chief Executive of GigPig, Michael Forster. Michael, welcome to you. Why is it, do you think, that these venues, typically pubs, clubs and bars, do not put on as many events as they could do?
Historically, it's been about access, gatekeepers holding the keys to the artist kingdom, essentially. If you own a bar or a restaurant, quite often you ask yourself, how do I access artists? How do I access DJs and get them booked in? With GigPig, we have 6,000 artists now on the platform, and it's a much easier way of booking musicians and DJs into your venues.
How do you rank the artists? Is it done by locality, or is it done by the sort of genre of music they perform in?
It's done by everything. It's done by genre. It's done by locality. We verify every artist that comes onto the platform. We help them complete their profiles, make sure that they've got all the tools to sell themselves to the venues. So yeah, it's across the board, really.
And you have actually found in this research that more venues are planning to put on more events over the next 12 months.
Yeah, 87% of venues that responded to the survey said that they were planning, and the reason for that increase in gigs was to customer satisfaction. So if you get more people into your venue, they spend more money, they stay longer. So if you enhance your music offering to those customers, you get more money in your till.
What about the musicians themselves? I mean, are many of them up to performing night in, night out?
Yeah, absolutely. They would love to perform night in, night out. If you're an artist, you're born to be an artist. This is not something which you choose to do. In fact, post-pandemic, a lot of artists chose not to do it. You know, we lost over 20,000 artists to the pandemic with 15 months of no gigs. So artists want to gig as often and as frequently and for as much money as they possibly can. They would prefer to make a living out of music than not.
In what you're calling the seed music scene, roughly how much does a musician earn per gig?
Well, that depends very much upon location, timings of the gig, and how far a musician has to travel. But with GigPig, what we do, we offer, we're essentially a virtual agent for the artists on the platform. We offer them all the tools to negotiate with venues and set minimum fees for themselves, so that the artists are no longer taken advantage of.
But I think, looking at the research that you've published, I mean, I think according to the Musicians' Union, the average musician earns something like £20,000 a year. Looking at your research, they can significantly give that an uplift.
Yeah, absolutely. We found that from the over 1,000 artists who responded, they're making, on average, £25,000. If you're on the GigPig platform, you're making, on average, £31,000 per year. But we do have artists who are making £60,000 a year. We've got, you know, if you're making £60,000 a year as an artist, gigging 3-4 times a week, whether you're doing weddings, corporates, or venues, that means that through the day you can set up a home studio, you can do what comes naturally to you, be creative, and push for your dreams, all the while making money doing what you love.
Is playing in pubs and bars still a passport to stardom?
Yeah, absolutely. We want every venue to be a stage. And every artist, whether you're Lewis Capaldi or whether you're the 1975, you started out in a bar, a restaurant, a pizza place, wherever. That is essentially where an artist first picks up a mic, first picks up a guitar, goes and sits in front of an audience, and starts to hone their craft. They're incredibly brave people.
They are indeed. Michael, good to talk to you this afternoon. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Ian.
Still to come here on Business Live, we'll have a look at how the markets have done this Wednesday afternoon. Don't go away.